We have had the pleasure of working with Kameice Francis this summer. Kameice has a unique ability to hit the ground running, adeptly navigating the complexity of the energy sector and confidently hosting external meetings within the first few weeks of her time this summer. Her passion to address climate change is infectious. It connects to her nationality as a Jamaican who has seen firsthand the importance of clean energy technologies and resiliency. Kameice carried this passion into her work at BED while focusing on the importance of enabling residents of multifamily dwellings to invest in electric vehicles. We're excited to put her work into action, which is vital for addressing equity as Burlington moves towards its net zero energy goal. Impressed would be an understatement, and I'd be remiss to mention Kameice's sense of humor, particularly when things became challenging. So on behalf of James, Jennifer, and myself, thank you so much, Kameice, for your exceptional work. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much for that introduction, Freddie. It's much appreciated. So my name is Kameice, and this summer I worked with the Burlington Electric Department, or BED, to expand the installation of electric vehicle supply equipment, also known as EVSE, at multifamily housing in Burlington, Vermont. This was done by developing a guidance document to help multifamily property owners and property managers navigate EVSE deployment. Additionally, I helped with the design and implementation of an incentive program focused on deploying EVSE at multifamily housing around Burlington. Next slide, please. For me, the most important findings came early on in the development of the project. That was realizing the high demand for EVSE and for knowledge about EVSE installation and how important this project would be to others. In Vermont, the number of electric vehicles in the state rose from 943 in July 2015 to 3,971 in July 2021. This was a compound annual growth rate of around 27% over 6 years. Additionally, to get more information about what should be included in the guide and how the existing incentive program could be improved, I conducted interviews with a few multifamily property owners and managers from Burlington. One of my interviewees explained that his neighbor only bought an electric vehicle because he was about to install EVSE that would be available for public use. The interviewee also explained that after installing his EVSE, he was surprised to find out just how many electric vehicles were in his area and how many rely on his EVSE today. Furthermore, many of my interviewees expressed how unsure they had been in the installation process and how helpful it would be to have a guide that explains some of the necessary steps. This project also helped me to understand how important it is to include equity in sustainability. It would have been easier for BED to simply provide EVSE incentives to persons living in single-family homes. However, by doing this, they would have excluded a huge portion of their population, as over 60% of Burlingtonians are renters. By focusing on inclusion, this helps BED to improve on their sustainability goals and move further to ensuring that everybody has access to clean energy in all aspects of their lives. Next slide, please. Once my fellowship is complete, I think it would be great for BED to think about how the program could be expanded. Some guiding questions for the future program could include, how can we continue to improve upon the incentive program that we have created? And this could be answered by seeking customer feedback and taking it into consideration in future iterations of the program. This could also include BED basing future versions on their experiences with the program as well. Another question could be, how can we further incorporate equity and ensure that it continues to be a part of the conversation? This should involve conversations with lower income properties to see what their experiences with the program have been like. I really enjoyed, next slide please, sorry. I really enjoyed this experience, and I want to thank the UNHSI and BED for giving me the opportunity to participate. Additionally, I'd like to big up my mentors, Freddie, James, and Jen, and the entirety of the Policy and Planning Department for being so accommodating and willing to help me learn. Throughout this fellowship, I've been included in meetings with several departments and spoken to a myriad of people involved in different areas of transportation electrification, which has led me to have a greater understanding of the operations of a municipal utility. And this is shown on this graph right here, which shows all the people I've either contacted or collected data from throughout the duration of this fellowship, which includes property owners, utilities, EVSE software providers, EVSE charging providers, state organizations, EVSE advocates as well. And this graph was created in collaboration with my mentor, Freddie Hall. This has cemented my interest in transportation and energy and in working in both or either one of these sectors in the near future. Also, as a Jamaican, this has made me extremely eager to take what I have learned in Burlington and see how it can be applied to my island home. I also think one of the future things I hope to think a little bit more about is how this project in Burlington could be applied to the Jamaican context. Thank you.